Come on, you guys, let's show 'em how to party Ponyville style. Come on, you guys, let's show 'em how to party on the go.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Canterlot Voice. This is Tenkan speaking and hosting for today. And joining me today is the infamous Brained by Saucepans. Or you could just call him Paul.
Well, thanks for the introduction, Tenkan. But I'm going to start by completely derailing your podcast. Check the inbox, I've sent you a little something.
Wait, you wrote a script for this?
Don't be silly, whatever gave you that idea?
The fact that you've literally sent me a script.
You're imagining it, Tenkan. Whatever is making you say such strange things.
The script? It was my line to say, you should know, man, you wrote it. You're reading from it too.
By Eris, I think you're right. It all makes perfect sense now. After all, I did warn you that I'm not particularly entertaining to talk to unless I can write a script in advance. Ah, that must have given me the idea to write a script in advance.
You know, you're still not very entertaining, you're just kind of weird.
I'll forgive you for saying that. After all, I wrote it. Wait!
What?
I wonder how much control writing this actually gives me. I mean, what if I was to write a line for Noctrix?
Wait, I have a line? I'm not even in this episode.
Well, apparently you are now.
Sweet. But how did I even get here? How are you all hearing me? Are you in my head? Do I even have a head?
Calm down, Noctrix. You're only here for 4 lines, then it's all over for you.
Over? Wait, am I even the real Noctrix? I can't be. I'm just a disembodied voice. But how would I know? I can't remember anything from before.
Well, that's very interesting, but you only got 1 line left, so best make it a good one, eh?
No, please, write me more material. I can be entertaining, and you know that. I don't want to die!
Bye, Noctrix!
Did you just write in the disembodied voice of Noctrix? Then just like kill him off after 4 lines?
Only in the context of this script. On with the show!
Okay, alright. Well, that, I have to admit, was quite a new style of introduction. And I think it,
Bombed horribly. It bombed horribly is the term you're looking for.
No, man, no. By the way, everyone, this has been, Paul. I guess I'll call you Paul. Or Saucy, as some call you. But yeah, it was pretty much all your idea. I mean, we invited you to the podcast, and you're like, hold it, scrap everything. Here's my idea. And you're just like...
Yeah, I didn't do that, though. What I did was I sort of locked myself away secretly and then wrote this script. And then sort of presented it when we actually started recording.
Yeah.
Kind of rude, really. So, my apologies for that.
Nah, to be honest, I really liked it, and I think we should do it more. Because after all, this is a role-playing website. It is all about role-playing, and I feel like the best way to sort of engage in it is to sort of role-play ourselves sometimes. Nemi, you're co-hosting with us today, aren't you?
I most certainly am.
Yes!
And that whole thing you did just now, I just stayed silent because I didn't even know what was going on. It completely took me up, caught me by surprise.
more like you were half dead in your sickness.
Yeah, Nemi is dying, apparently.
No, I'm not dying. I'm just...
He's
not
already
well.
dead.
Yeah, he's a ghost. He's a figment of your imagination. Anyways, so, today also, you're our guest, Saucy. I'll call you Saucy, because it sounds funny. You're also our featured artist.
Oh.
Woohoo! Yeah! Featured artist.
I feel I should point out right now that this part isn't scripted at all. So...
Well, yes, of course.
If they compliment my artwork, it's not me putting words in their mouth because I honestly, my opinion of my artwork isn't that great, and I'm always genuinely surprised when people compliment me on it.
Yeah, but yeah, I personally like your art, and I think it was necessary Nemi choose you as the featured artist. Plus, you are a guest, so it would be quite appropriate to talk about it. Now, let's move on to the news, shall we? of course, season 3 is getting closer.
Yes.
It's nearly that time of year, November.
There still hasn't been any official announcement of the concrete date, has there? But
Well,
True.
I've like been seeing rumors that the date been November the 10th,
Hmm.
which is a Saturday. So maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that might be correct because it always did feature on a Saturday, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, and also yes, coming soon, the BronyCon documentary will be debuting. Is that how you pronounce it? I would say in
that sounds right to me.
in EQLA convention, shown for anyone who has the tickets and is going to the convention. Lauren Faust will be there. Tara Strong, Michael Brokoff, he's the executive producer, and director Laurent Melequez. They're all gonna be there. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the news, the BronyCon documentary, and Season 3 getting closer. Let's move on to the creative works.
Oh no, there's one more item in the news.
What?
Second anniversary of the airing of the original airing,
Oh,
October the 10th,
oh yeah!
2010.
Yeah! You just caught me off guard there. You killed my flow, That's
It's
why
what
I'm
I'm
sort of
here
taking
for.
it
It's
back.
what I'm here for.
But yes, happy anniversary to My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
Woo.
Oh, real, yeah,
Yay.
real nice, brained, real nice.
Nice, macho. But no, really, it's been
Yay.
no, really, it's been such a surprise. 2 years already. Like, no way.
Here's to many more, because the way this show has been such a big hit, it's gonna just keep going for as long as it can.
As long as we stay together as one big happy family
Indeed.
and love one another for our differences and our cutie marks and those blank flanks. Oops, sorry, I shouldn't have used that term. Anyway, now let's move on to the creative work section.
We've only got one thread in the creative works this
What?
time, and that. Yep, I
Oh,
know.
that's a shame. Why?
It's just.
I'm blaming
Seems
you.
to me that just moving on, the only thread we've got in here today is Loving Moonlight's art commission thread.
Is he actually taking commissions now?
Yep, yeah, ordering commissions.
Amazingly good prices as well, I have to say.
He's actually doing one for shoes as well. Like you actually.
Oh, that's amazing! I remember when I saw those shoes he did on up in the gallery. I was like, holy! You can bleep things afterwards, can't you? Can't
Oh
you?
yeah,
Tank?
putting a yay, so go right ahead.
Holy
Yay!
f***ing on a.
Yay!
Oh God! I'm so thankful that you actually bleep the words out. Oh,
Kids, don't take this as an example, okay?
oh
Saucy,
geez.
you are a sauce mouth.
Ding crikey!
Oh my God!
You are a potty mouth, a saucy potty mouth. That's what you are. Oh god. Okay. Anyways, so moving on.
No,
we
but as
could-
I was saying, though, just when I originally saw the painting he did on the Chuck Taylors in the gallery, it's like
Yeah.
I want those.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the art on the shoes, right? And there was one with Twilight in it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with Twilight and the one with his OC, and it's such an awesome idea as well. And
Mm.
if he's going to make money from it, everyone wins.
True.
Yeah.
Delicious. But yeah, keep it up, Love and Moonlight. You've got all our attention.
You're freaking amazing.
But he's already posting so much.
He's made a huge impression already.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I want to discuss something about the section, the creative work section instead. We don't mind if you guys advertise yourselves to us on the thread. Just give us a post. Give us a post. Say, hey, can you talk about my art? Or hey, can you talk about my fanfiction? We'll look over it, talk about it. We'll say, oh, okay, in the creative work section, for example, Loving Moonlight sent us art and yada yada yada. Just don't be afraid to send us stuff.
Shameless self-promotion is the only way to get ahead as an artist.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know about that.
I mean, you don't think I shamelessly advertise? I have a giant signature of just the podcast. So.
I made like my signature based off of your design, and then I gave one to Erlenmeyer, was it? Yes, and I still need to make one for
See,
Tricks.
even there, what you did was shameless. You took my idea. Thank you. See?
I didn't take you.
So
I
don't be
asked,
shy, everybody.
I didn't take it. I actually asked you first. Remember?
Take
But
Nemi as an
anyways.
example. Take Nemi as an example. The discussion for today is, what do you say? Eggplant or aubergine?
Well,
I think this is a vitally important question, one of earth-shattering significance.
Take
So
your time.
think carefully. You're picking a side in a war here, people.
Definitely.
oh, this is just like Lunar Republic or like that other some Empire, Solar Empire. That's it.
This one could change the fate of Canterlot because everyone knows what happened. The banner change. It was crazy. People screaming, people cheering. It was really, really controversial.
But amazing. I'm declaring my allegiance right now. Not that it should come as a surprise to anyone, but aubergine. The correct word is aubergine. Aubergine. It's such a lovely roundy word as well. Just try say it with me. Say it with me. Aubergine.
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 Wait a minute. I've just took the liberty of going on to Google Images and I've typed in aubergine and eggplant, and I'm just getting the same image results, more or less.
Of course. They're the same thing. Different people use different words. I'm sorry, eggplant people, but eggplant, where's the egg?
You're going backwards as well. I mean, this all goes back to the camelopard. Any of you know what the camelopard is?
No.
Would you be able to guess what a camelopard is? Okay, it's an animal that's a bit like a camel and a bit like a leopard. What do you think we call it now?
Camelopard?
No, it's a giraffe.
Oh my.
They used to be called camelopards by idiots.
Ooh.
People who call aubergine eggplants.
No man, hey. Take
You're
it
just-
easy. Take it easy.
I
Shh,
refuse.
calm down.
It's serious business.
It is, okay. But look, I'm gonna conclude this because this is like used all over the Middle East and it's called Baitinjan. And that's what I'll forever call it. Baitinjan. But we eat it.
Baitinjan?
Yeah, but we eat it so much, it's ridiculous. We like stuff ourselves with it. We stuff it and then we eat it.
But a thought has just occurred to me.
Yeah?
Well, it's coming up to a certain time of year.
Mhm.
October will be ending soon, and we all know what that means.
Yes.
Nightmare Night.
Nightmare night.
Yes. So what
Pumpkin lanterns. Would
Ah.
it be possible to hollow out an aubergine and use it for... I have no idea if it would be possible or not, but I'm going to try it. Right? Do.
Wait, no. You're telling me you're gonna try to carve out...
I'm going to take an aubergine, carve it out, and stick it out for everyone to see.
Wow, it won't work.
I actually have to disagree. I think it might work. It would be certainly amusing to see. Make sure you get pictures
Of
put
course,
up on Canterlot.
of course I'm going to get pictures.
I'm not a pessimist, but knowing eggplants or aubergines or baitinjan, whatever they can call them, stuffing them, they're just so squishy already. So when they're empty, I don't know. You could succeed. Anything's possible.
Might have to sort of treat it first, sort of varnish the outside maybe to harden the shell.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm putting serious thought into this now. Canterlot is a brilliantly creative place, so someone on Canterlot will get this to work, even if I can't.
You're hearing that, listeners? You're hearing that? When it
This
comes
is-
to Nightmare Night, get an aubergine, try and carve it, see who does the best aubergine
Or at least
carving.
think about it, get one and look at it, and at least try to use your imagination. You don't have to buy one and carve one, but if you can, and prove one of us wrong, then props.
If people actually like do this, and when we do our next podcast recording, like maybe after Nightmare Night or something, and just put them up, those aubergine carvings,
Yes.
with like
Yes.
the name of the person who did them.
True. That would be awesome, actually. Yeah, we'll
must
feature
do
you
that.
instead of the featured artist. It'll win you the featured artist section.
Right, brained by saucepans.
Yes.
My first question is, how'd you become a brony?
Well, up until a week or two ago, I think I'd have probably contested that didn't really consider myself a brony. But then I found myself singing the This Day aria while at work. When you're doing that, I think any sort of the metaphorical pigeon has been well and truly greased and shoved firmly into its hole. Yeah.
Interesting
That's
quick on that.
kind of evading the question there, though. So, how I became a brony? It was the day before my 22nd birthday, and I'd actually spent a weekend camping out in a forest in Kent with a group of maniacs, to be frank. There's a photograph from that weekend on the forums. If you look in the brony behind the computer thread and go back a few pages, it's me holding a combat knife stabbing a Hello Kitty cake.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Mugging shamelessly for the camera throughout it. That's from that weekend.
I'd say you were the leader of that group, man. Group of maniacs, honestly.
Joint sort of leader thing. Anyway, suffice to say, it was a pretty weird weekend, and a chap I'd got on pretty well with suggested I might enjoy a little animated show that he was a huge fan of. And at this point, I'd already converted him to my religion, so I elected to allow him to introduce me to it. And the rest of the story is far less interesting, I think. It's obvious from there. I watched the show, liked it.
Oh, nice. And the first episode?
Yep.
Ah, nice.
I always like to see things as the creator intended them.
Mm.
I mean, I remember a few podcasts back, there was this big discussion about how, and one of you was saying, "Oh no, you should never introduce someone in the actual airing order." And my opinion is that's doing disrespect to the artist. There's a reason that they were in that order.
That is true. That does make sense.
Moving on to the next question, Brain.
It's
I
the
think-
question, really, isn't it?
It's the question. Who is your favourite pony? And that's either main or background. It can be either one, but your most favourite.
Ooh, you're having to make me choose here, because initially, I'd have said Applejack, straight out.
Woo!
It can be
Honesty.
main and background.
But
Your
recently,
choice.
Pinkie Pie has just been growing on me so much. And the reason I think they're the two characters I identify with the most. Because I have a tendency to take on massive workloads without thinking too much about them, and I'm generally regarded as pretty reliable until I pretty much collapse under the pressure, which...
Like Applejack, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still for Octavia, as you know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well,
the
I've said this to you before, that's a picture that I did for your birthday thing. Octavia, the pony equivalent of a Bond girl. If the James Bond films were done in pony form, you've got your definite first Bond girl right there.
True. Yeah, I love that picture, by the way. I'll show it on the featured artist section just for a few seconds. That's a picture of Nemi. I wouldn't say trying to seduce Octavia, but like just
I would.
using his charm.
robot British charm. Yep.
Oh, hello, Octavia.
Getting embarrassed, actually. Anyways, third question is, what is your favorite episode overall from either season 1, 2, or both? Just completely overall.
There's a very obvious answer to this.
Go on.
You do know what my religion is, do you not?
No,
Have I not
No.
brought this up?
no, never.
I am a follower of the goddess Discordia.
Ooh,
Oh, I think I might know.
It's pretty obvious.
it's the what's it called? I
I can't actually remember the name of the episodes myself.
No, wait, I got this. First 2 episodes of season 2. Nemi, you know this, right?
I actually can't remember the episode names, but I do know the episode.
I got this.
You should know this.
Yes, it's called Return of Harmony.
Yes, they're just brilliant. I love seeing John Delancey clearly having so much fun in the role of Discord.
True. Oh
Pretty
man.
much
Because
being a Q from Star Trek
it's-
as well.
Yeah, it is. It's Q as well, and I'm a massive Trekkie, so
That's my theory.
so much awesome combined into one thing.
That's
Yeah.
my theory though.
Ah.
I have a theory that every time that Discord like clicks and vanishes, he appears on the Enterprise in
Yes.
front of Jean-Luc Picard. All right, my next question is, how did you discover Canterlot, this role-playing website of ours?
Well, the friend of mine who got me hooked on the show, he's got a little fan project on YouTube, and
Right.
I stumbled across a post he'd made on here advertising it. It's quite a sort of roundabout way of doing things, and I decided to sort of look around. And I liked what I saw. I decided to stay, but at that point I'd been awake for 2 days solid. So I made this amazingly rambling post in the introduction form, which is a jumbled mess of footnotes and ranting about Schrodinger's cat at some point.
Oh, your footnotes! You just reminded me of your footnotes.
I missed the footnotes, but it was annoying people. A lot of people getting annoyed, and I came here to make friends. I didn't come here to piss people off.
We've all seen your artwork. What tools do you use to create this amazing artwork? Like, do you have a tablet, or do you use a mouse? Do you use Photoshop or Paint Tool, Sai, or whatnot? Things like that.
Well, here's my rig, as it were. I've got an old Wacom bamboo tablet, which is a very nice piece of equipment. I love Wacom so much. They make if you want a tablet, go for Wacom. It's a worthwhile investment because I've used other tablets and this is the best one I ever had, and it's lasted me for so long. I recommend using a tablet for when you want to be expressive. When you want to be accurate, use a mouse. Use the right tool for the right job. So that's what I try and do, at least. And as for programs, I mainly been working in Flash, and that's primarily because I have ambitions as an animator. I'm currently working on a couple of projects. I'll probably end up plugging the main one by the end of this show. As a surprise, I've got this far without doing so.
I'd say those are some good tips for people who want to start getting into drawing or aren't using a tablet yet.
One final tip, though, I would say: pencil and paper. If you want to make something look really good, sketch it out first. So never underestimate the simple approach.
Yeah.
I would like to actually say something directly to Canterlot as a whole.
Go right ahead.
It was this forum that actually started me being creative again. For years, I'd just sit there, not doing anything, just watching TV, being bored, and getting nothing at all done. And when I came across this site, it's just such a great atmosphere for artists.
True.
And that's all thanks not only to the fantastic user base, but especially to the staff here, because they work so hard to make this site as welcoming. And
Yes.
I would like to say thank you for everyone, because you've got me out of a massive creative rut that had been there for about 3 years.
True.
Well,
true.
I just want
That's
to say
awesome.
that what you've just said there kind of debunked my last question, actually, because my last question was going to be, is there anyone in particular that inspired you to make this amazing work? But I think we just kind of got our answer, actually, for that.
There are a couple of artists in particular I think should be singled out.
All right, well, who are these?
In my opinion, at least. First off, this is probably massively unfair because there's so many brilliant artists, but my personal favourites, Cryptchild. I love his / her, I'm not entirely sure, work so much because it's just so expressive. I think my own work looks flat and dull, and it looks static, my work. But when I look at Cryptchild art, there's so much movement, it just looks rich. And other people, Brian Blackberry is amazing.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
He's also a gallery mod, isn't he? So always nice to do a bit of sucking up there. But amazing.
Your art is spectacular. Just as long as I stay on the front page, Brian.
Oh, dear.
But no. Don't beat yourself up, man. No, you're good. Just you all have different styles. You all express differently. You have your own style set up.
I'm trying to develop it. Oh, other artists I should mention. Popcorn Puffs.
Yeah, the Luna one. Oh, killed me.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Heart
Just-
attack. I'm dying.
Once again, I feel so guilty just mentioning a couple of artists, though, because I want to mention them all. Everyone's brilliant on this website.
So many artists. Some not active now, but were active back then and have left like a mark on Canterlot with their old art. You know, and there's just so many to mention. We could spend hours sitting here and
And
mentioning all
that
the
is what
names.
that is the amazing thing about Canterlot. As I was saying before, the staff here have created such a great atmosphere
Mm.
for artists, and this is what happens when you create a good atmosphere.
True, very true.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to the final section, the shout out section, where we shout.
Hello, Canterlot.
Ah,
Hello.
Royal Canterlot voice.
Oh, of course, I should probably start speaking like this again.
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, and I was gonna give my own shout out to Crypt Child as well, same like Brain by Saucepans did.
Child, you got a lot of fans here. You're getting all the guys to shout out to you. What's happening?
Basically having a bit of a rough spot with drawing and stuff, not knowing what to draw, no inspiration, nothing. So I go looking through the Canterlot galleries, and don't get me wrong, there are some amazing work on there, but I came across a few of Crypt Child's pictures, and I just got hit. I got hit in the face by inspiration.
Ouch.
And yeah, that's my shout out to you, Crypt Child, because you're inspiring people, definitely.
Definitely true. It's right here. The evidence is right here, people. Cryptchild, you're shaking the podcast. You've already got two guys talking about you. What's happening? That's you. You've inspired people.
Yes, I wanted to give a shout out to my friend Josh, who goes by Greed on Canterlot forums, and he's got a series that I mentioned called My Little Pony Sins of Friendship, and I think it's pretty good. I recommend giving it a look.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. And Crescent Blaze has something to do with that too, doesn't he?
I believe so.
Yes.
And Noctrix has done a couple of voices for it as well.
As well, wow. Yeah, so we'll have the link on the show notes. I have seen Greed around the forum. I'm guessing his character Greed is in the show itself, right?
Yep, he's the one to blame for getting me into this show. So
Or to thank, I'd say.
he's the one responsible for this.
Yeah. You're still not sure whether to thank him. It's not a curse or a blessing.
I'd love to also shout out because I do week live streams around once a week, and there's a couple of people who always seem to show up. And
Yes, so check out also Sauce's live stream.
yeah, I hadn't finished my shout out.
Oh,
You interrupted me.
sorry.
I was going to mention them by name.
Okay, go right ahead.
Specifically, there's a Talex who always shows up, Gerard, Belosh 101, and Cryptshard once again. They've been to several of the live streams, so thanks so much. And everyone else who I might have forgotten, because I've got a terrible memory for this sort of thing.
Me? I've been there a few times, man. Come on.
Yeah, you've been there a few times, but yeah,
Yeah, never left an impression.
you've left an impression.
Anyway, so now it's I'd like to give a final shout out to and I'm betting you guys on Canterlot notice those people who keep up to date with the bloggers. Yes, I love that section, the blog section. And I'd like to give a shout out to Davroth, also known as the vice president of the Smile company, I guess. I don't know. He's part of some sort of Smile organization, and I'm so confused and happy at the same time because Davroth, you give shout-outs to like every single person who has a birthday on that day, and I'm like taken aback by the awesomeness. Every single blog post does have a art dedicated to that person's birthday, which is so cool, and I'm so jealous because my birthday finished last month. But no, it's really awesome, guys. Davroth and everyone else, including you, Sauce. You've also made some artwork for the Smile organization.
I've done a couple for them, yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
have indeed.
and yeah, you did one for Nemi. There we go. Nemi's like all happy now just because of that one birthday shout out. He's like on an all-time high. It's almost scary, actually. Keep it up, Davroth, and everyone else. Happy birthday to anyone. who's... I'm gonna cut that part out. I have no idea.
Leave that in. Leave that in.
Ugh, whatever. Happy birthday to anyone who's mentioned in the blog.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, keep it up, Davroth.
Yep, I think we've pretty much covered everything today. Yep.
Saucy, I'd like to thank you for joining us. And thanks for that little script in the introduction. It was hilarious. And thanks for your good company, too.
It's been my pleasure.
And Nemi, I'd like to thank you for joining us.
It's been great co-hosting and been great interviewing you, Brained.
Okay, awesome. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody on Canterlot. You're all awesome. We're all doing this for you. Be sure to leave any sort of comments or feedback in the section, including anything you want us to advertise on the podcast, in the same thread this podcast is featured on. And have a nice day!
Goodbye, everybody!
Goodbye.